No.
Alright, so you don't need a pickup line to pick up girls, just a pickup truck, right? That's what my cousins told me. That goes on later on in the story. So this started when I lived back in Elgin. We went to an AutoZone, me and my dad. He was picking up a new serpentine belt for his Trans Am. In AutoZone, you see like these little shelves, like little cases and whatnot, right? Filled with all these weird stuff, flashlights, cars, all that stuff, right? So I see this green and blue striped car. It looked amazing. I wanted it so bad. So I asked my dad, hey, can I have that? He said, yeah, sure. Later on, we went to Blockbuster. I started looking around, right? I still had the car inside the box, just holding it, because it was so amazing. And then I started walking around. I see this movie, Fast and Furious. The car that was on the box looked exactly like the one that I just bought. So I grabbed it and I start running towards my dad, full speed, like I want to watch this movie. And after I watched the movie, my life changed forever. Cars this, cars that. I grew up watching Fast and Furious, the series. Right before I left Elgin, I moved to Austin, and I saw 2 Fast and Furious. After that, I moved here to Manor, and I saw Tokyo Drift, the third movie. And Tokyo Drift was the biggie. It was the one that put me into tuners. Nissan Skylines, Toyota Supras, all this cool stuff. Mitsubishi Evos, you know, the works. So flash forward a few years, I was 13. I bought my first import magazine. It was the first time I saw a half-naked chick next to a car. It was amazing. I was like, I never wanted this car and this girl so much in my life. It was just one of those things that just, you know, it just clicked. So now I'm 16. We go to Houston. Me and my cousins, you know, they're getting their trucks, their cars, whatever. I see them driving these Chevrolets with 22-inch wheels, chrome, you know, Mexican trucks. And out of nowhere, they just said, hey, you want to go to races? And I said, yeah, sure. And that night changed my life again. Being at the races, it was kind of scary because it was nothing like the movies. Like all this noise, and by noise I mean music, high horsepower cars, Honda Civics, you know, tuners, Camaros, Challengers, Mustangs. So one of the races, they had this red Ford Lightning and a red 454 Chevrolet. They were both trucks, right? So I watched them do the burnout, and I watched basically the takeoff. They both lifted up in the air, but not too much. It was amazing. I never wanted a red V8 pickup truck, ever. Like, I never thought about owning a truck. I never thought I would buy a Chevrolet. I always thought about having like a Nissan Skyline or something. But later on, I found out that those were illegal. Sucks. Yeah, so in October of last year, I went on Craigslist and I found this red Chevy. I met this guy at the Home Depot in I-35 and Ben White. You know, it was evening. We were like checking out the truck. My dad went along so I wouldn't get ripped off or anything. Because during that summer I worked like every day just saving up because I want a truck, like really, really bad. So we go over there, we haggle with the guy, you know. We kind of lowball him a little bit first, but nothing too bad. So I ended up getting the truck, and I stayed a little bit behind just to let my dad go, you know, checking out the truck. And I was holding the steering wheel. I was like, how do I do a burnout? And so I grabbed my phone, I looked online, YouTube, how to do a burnout. So step 1, grab the steering wheel. Step 2, press the brakes. Step 3, give it some gas. Out of nowhere, I just look in my rearview mirror and I see this huge cloud of white smoke in the back. And then I see this little car creeping up on me. And I notice it's a Prius. This old lady was driving it. She had like Starbucks and all that, you know, typical stuff. And she rolls down, she starts yelling at me like, what the hell are you doing? You could get hurt. And out of nowhere, I see this white pickup truck in the background. It's my dad's Dodge. And I'm like, oh, damn. So I just take off, just full speed. And my dad catches up to me, and I just look in my rear view. He's shaking his head like this. We get home, and yeah, he just starts yelling at me like, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. So I can't drive the truck for a week, which sucks. After that week ended, I grabbed the truck. I said, hey, I'm going to go wash it. You know, and it was here in Maynard, wherever I almost got a ticket for peeling out of the car wash. But yeah, I pressed the brakes suddenly, and the cop just looked at me, shaking his head. So what I learned from this is have fun, be careful, look out for cops.